Welcome back to Hardcore Ultimate Iron Man and the super casual fire striking cave horrors for our Black Mask grind. Also, magic experience. It's something I'm looking to get, and so I'm getting it. 71 magic. Unlocks no spells, apparently. But it is another level, heading towards what I'm working on. We're getting some seeds, some alchemies, some herbs, at a very casual pace. Say goodbye to this hard clue scroll. We need room boots. We are nowhere near that. Luckily, we had plenty of other things in the inventory. So I got to plant a bunch of herb seeds, put all those herbs and the herbs we got dropped in the looting bag. Stacking up a pretty decent amount. Well, an okay amount at least. Either way, we can now go restock and head back to Cave Horrors. I'm going to choose to look on the bright side of things here. Hard clue scroll, immediately heading out into the wilderness, so I can just drop it on the ground, and I don't have to leave and then come back. So, convenient, I guess. 72 magic. That is the requirement to wield the Nightmare Staff without an orb. So that's fun. And also, there's plenty of spells, which it doesn't bother to tell you about, I guess. Also at level 71, there were spells. We had the Forgotten Cemetery Teleport, Cure Me, Hunter Kit, Arania Teleport. And at level 72, there's Expert Reanimation, Lasar Teleport, and Water Birth Teleport. We've unlocked Ancients, but not Lunars. I guess technically we've unlocked the Arceus spellbook too. So everything but Lunars, I guess. That's something. But it just doesn't tell you about all the spells, because my goodness, there's a lot of spells when you got 4 entire spellbooks going. Anyways, another magic level. Very nice. There is level 50 prayer. Interesting, because that is the highest prayer level for quests. We can bless holy and unholy symbols and unlock Beloga's grape blessings. Sure. Just burying the big bones. Working out fine. Don't know how many more prayer levels we're going to get burying bones. We should really make better use of other options. But for now, they exist, so might as well. And there is the Black Mask. Right there on the ground. Very, very soon after the last clip. 0.8% of a prayer level. We just look over here at the loot tracker. 391 kills. So, slightly lucky, which is also nice. Looking fancy. But of course, we're not going to be keeping the Black Mask for long, because we are immediately making a Slayer helmet. It's not imbued, so it's currently giving some negative magic and range stats. So that's definitely something we need to get done. But having a Slayer helmet is very nice. For doing Slayer, for the stats it's going to have once it's imbued, and for one other thing. with a stew boost. Only needed 88, got 89, so that's very nice. A gold leaf, 2 mahogany planks, and some nails. We build a master stash unit. Our stash units are an absolute disaster. We've got all of the beginner stash units, 1 easy, 2 medium, and now a master. Because that makes a whole bunch of sense. And in this stash unit, it is the Slayer Helmet, Dragon Defender, and Dragon Battle Axe. Which is very nice. Dragon Battle Axe, we of course can just buy back from a shop. But the Defender and the Slayer Helmet, this is the one place these can go. There is a pretty good chance that this was made as an Ultimate Iron Man kind of thing. But I'm not going to complain about it, of course. Here's my cat. And there we go. There's another bit of storage. Very useful. So we don't need to worry about getting the Slayer Helmet imbued right now or anything. That can come back whenever we want it. So for now, I have 4,000 mind runes that I could very easily just buy back from a shop whenever. It's really not a huge deal. But I want to go get a little bit more magic experience. So I'm going to go head over to Fossil Island. Go some ammonite crabs. Very doable. And there is 73 magic, with just a handful of mind runes to spare. Unlocks level 73. Enfeeble. Word of Arceus. Telegroup Waterbirth. Nice. Very nice. Also, we get fossils here. So at some point we could probably get these turned into the museum. Not a huge rush. There is a very nice hunter level. Coming back here to get the hunter above the rune crafting. 47 hunter. That unlocks orange salamanders. So I will be heading over that way. But it's also 1500 total level. Which, if you were quick, I probably spoiled when I switched over to the skill screen, but that's fine. So yeah, that's pretty cool. We can go to 1500 total level worlds. As much as that doesn't really matter. But hey, always a fun milestone. And now we're done with the orange salamanders. 59 hunter. Red salamanders. And you birdhouses. So that's also an option. Birdhouses give seeds and stuff, which could be useful. Our farming isn't particularly high, so could be nice, but just more effort. Could set that up at some point. Not in a huge rush. I don't need to get seeds, but that would be very easy with 99 thieving. I could just go to some master farmers at some point, just stock up. But then that is an inventory space. And I would need the axe to chop the logs, and etc., etc. Lizards are easier. But that puts Hunter well above rune crafting. And also above prayer, ranged, and slayer, and farming, and smithing. So unless we have another goal, I don't think we're going to need to worry about Hunter for a while. So that's good. And now, we can move on to the last thing in the episode title. And that is the Wanted quest. Also, I got 74 magic. So that's Cure Group, Smoke Blitz, and Tell the Other Lumbridge. But that's not important right now. The Wanted quest. Starting here with certification. Got any more jobs for me? The whole Temple Knight business? I'm ready for something. Unfortunately, there is a problem that we need to sort out first. They made a bit of a blunder when they had us join the Temple Knights. And that blunder was just the whole flow of this organization. They had always assumed that anyone worth joining the Temple Knights would already be a White Knight. So only White Knights can join the Temple Knights. And while technically we went and did that whole business with the Black Knights and the cabbage up at Black Knight's Fortress, we technically didn't join the White Knights for that. We were just kind of helping. And we've already done the introduction tests to join the Temple Knights. So we have to figure out a workaround here. So we're going to go and technically become a White Knight. And then that's everything sorted. Typically, this would involve becoming a squire for 5 years. But of course, we don't actually have time for that. So we're going to concoct a bit of a mission for ourselves. We're going to skip being the squire entirely by going through this loophole. Follow these instructions, and we'll be out of this paperwork disaster. To fix this, we need to go back and talk to Sir Amic. Explain to him that we've decided not to join the Temple Knights and want to become a White Knight instead. Which is the opposite of the truth, but the Temple Knights are a very clandestine organization. So that checks out. And then we don't become a squire, and we ask to be deputized instead. And this will help, because when we are deputized as a White Knight, that'll be enough to count as being a White Knight as far as the Temple Knight initiation is concerned. All there needs to be is some massive crisis to allow us to be deputized. And then, when we solve that crisis, we will temporarily become a White Knight. And then we switch that right back to being a Temple Knight again. As far as the crisis is concerned, they have no shortage of crises that the Temple Knights would typically handle. So we just pawn one of those off on the completely unprepared White Knights. I go solve the problem. And bam, problem solved. This will work very nicely, as long as we don't mess anything up. So, we head over to Sir Amic. Up in White Knight's castle Here's ceramic vase. Does he have any jobs for us? He's been ordered to not deal with us as much anymore since the whole Temple Knight thing. We're going to cut right in here and formally abandon the Temple Knights to become a White Knight. He doesn't quite understand why we would do this, as the Temple Knights are a much more prestigious organization. We're all in for it, and it's not some elaborate hoax. Never mind. Alright. Due to our good job with Black Knight's Fortress, we can become a squire. And this is the point where we could temporarily mess things up and agree to become a squire, and then we'd have to go through a few more steps to fix our mistake. But instead, we're going to just skip straight to it and not be a squire. I'm not going to be sitting around here for 5 years. I would like to become deputized. But they don't have any current crises, so they can't really deputize me right now. So I just need to go find a crisis. And we can manage that. Sir Tiffy, you will be happy to know that I have not messed everything up. We need a crisis. Can you give me a small crisis? Nothing too concerning. Just enough to get ceramic working on our deputization. They have a vicious and dangerous criminal on the loose. Minor enough, I guess. They've told ceramic about it, instead of just dealing with it themselves. So we can use this as our crisis. Back and forth, back and forth. And here we go again. For this crisis, he's very dangerous, with some very dangerous friends. We're also combat 94, so we'll see about that. Back to the White Knights. And we can get this sorted. Hey, ceramic. In the minute that I was gone, did a crisis happen? Yes, indeed. Almost like it was planned. The evil, soulless Delegar. A dangerous and powerful mage. And they can do nothing against him. They are begging for my help. And I will do this. If I get deputized. A good deed for the king and Falador and the White Knights should be enough to get deputized. I'll help. I'll help. This'll be fine. Deputize me, and I'll get right on this. And there we go. Fully deputized White Knight. And now to upgrade from deputized to full White Knight, we just need to go solve this problem. Where should we start looking? No idea. Good luck. Luckily, we have better connections. Okay, Sir Tiffy. Everything is going just going to plan. Now we just need to go take care of this soulless doolagala dally dally dude. We're taking this very seriously, clearly. Apparently, he's one of the most dangerous men on the planet. Extremely adept at magic. And very, very mad. Dragonhead armor, elemental shield. And I'm laughing? No. We were going for a minor crisis here, and I'm treating it like a minor crisis. But it seemed we've gone a little bit beyond that. Because under no circumstances should we engage in combat. We're tracking him down, and when we have him cornered, they'll send in a team to take him away. And another reminder, don't fight him. Right. Scouting. I can do that. We're going to need some equipment for this task. So we need to get the supplies for it, or pay for it. It's either going to be 10,000 coins or some items that I already have, because I'm prepared. I'd like to have one made. A communication orb. Yes, please. A comm orb, for short. Uses magic to connect us back to the Temple Knight headquarters. And one of the operatives there. Our contact is named Savant. We can contact them whenever we want with the comm orb. It's very convenient. They can also send us useful data, scan things, all very nice. Just talking to the ball, and there's a person in there. They're actually at headquarters, wherever that may be. And they are fully prepared to start this caper. Very useful indeed. Let's look at our current assignment. We're hunting Soulless Delegar. Again, we're reminded not to mess with him. I'm sure we're going to take that lesson to heart. It's apparently a tough one as our first assignment. I'll be fine. We need to hunt him down. So let's figure out what we can. We've got the scan function, which can help us find Soulless, but has very limited range. Instead of just wandering around all over the place, we're going to go to places where they have some information already. We should be able to find a hint when we go there. They have 2 visual recordings from spy orbs. Apparently they have these kind of orbs just all over the place. Spying, which is very convenient. And they've got 2 known connections. Lord Dequarius of the Black Knights. So of course they have a spy orb looking at him. He's down in the Tarrelly dungeon. Way at the back. And the second one is a Zamorakian mage in Varrock. At the Zamorakian shrine there. So those are our 2 places to start. We can play back the observations, but not here apparently. Go to the White Knight's castle. First observation in the Black Knights. Here's Solus. We can get a look at what he looks like. And he's here bothering Lord Decarius. He thought that Solus was dead. And wouldn't that have been nice? He is here. And not welcome. So what does Solus want? He's being very dangerous and very rude. They are not friends, very clearly. The mess that he's made brought the Temple Knights down on the Black Knights. And Lord Decarius really didn't appreciate that. He's threatening Solus. And Solus doesn't care at all. He's declaring him the new master of the Black Knights. And he, Lord Decarius, will not let him waste the Black Knights on his ridiculous things. Solus doesn't take this threat well. And so he's going to show him a bit of a reminder of who they're dealing with. Instantly killing 2 Black Knights, almost killing Decarius with some ice magic. There's definitely no good blood between these guys. So maybe we can get Lord Decarius to help us out a bit. Enemy of my enemy, and all that. And then we also have the second recording over in Varrock. We got the Zamorakian mage here. Also, not very happy to see Solus, who is just coming over here to the shrine of Zamorak. His reputation precedes him, of course. The first thought is he might want to kill him. Well, that's of no use. If he wanted him dead, he would be. So he, Solus, wants his research. He's been doing a lot with rune crafting and such. And that is a very, very useful bit of information to have. So Solus is going to take that research, because there's not much anybody can do to stop him. He can basically do whatever he wants at this point, it seems. Just going around, bullying, casting magic, stopping teleports, teleporting around himself, using powerful spells. Definitely getting that dangerous vibe we were told about. Solus wants him to continue to be alive so he can continue his research. Because it's not done yet. And so instead of just taking the research that isn't done, he's just stealing all his money. So, no good blood there either. We should be able to get some more information. So now, with that information there, we can go to the 2 locations. And we now have a little bit more information about Solus. We don't know how old he is, where he was born. He's got some interesting aliases, like Stealthy Pete. What kind of things he did to get known as Stealthy Pete? That's another story, I suppose. He doesn't have any allies. He's very dangerous. Killed over 800 people. So yeah. Time to start our investigation. Starting with Lord Decarius, down here in the Taverley Dungeon. There's a guy over here cannoning the Black Knights, so maybe we can use that as a distraction. I just waltz in here on behalf of the White Knights. He's threatening me. Shouldn't do that. Concerning a friend of yours. Solus. Yep. Solus is no friend. So if we could take care of him, maybe we could just work together here. We're no friends either, so we're going to be a bit more persuasive here. I could make you tell me, you know? He doesn't fear for his own life here. He's only here to protect the Black Knights. Savant doesn't think that a bluff here will work. But the safety of his men is really what he cares about. So we need to intimidate him by killing a Black Knight. He's just watching us go over here and do a murder. Of course, they're Black Knights, so it's okay. He tells us to stop after we're done with the murdering. A bit late, you think? One murder is his limit, it seems. Now, tell me about Solus Delagar, or I will kill everyone here. White Knights, ladies and gentlemen. He doesn't have too much information, because, of course, Solus did not leave on the best of terms. All they know is that Solus left behind some fur. So he went to go see some furred creatures or something. Interesting. He's not lying. So this also works as a lie detector. Crazy. So now we need to go check on the mage in Varrock. Me and this mage of Zamorak seem to do a lot of favors for each other. So let's add another one to that list. Finding Solus Delagar. Again, not friends. So we're going to offer to go deal with him. Working for the Temple Knights. He can tell, because we have the comm orb with us. He will help us in exchange for the comm orb. And that plan is immediately shot down by Savant. the comm orb would just explode anyways before we can trade it over. So that wouldn't work. It was worth a shot. Anything else you want? He has some information. And he does want Solus disposed of. But what he really needs now is some money, since he was robbed. He needs it to continue his research and experimentation. And he doesn't have very good money-making skills, so we just need to pay him. But he doesn't want gold, per se. He wants some rune essence, which you can then go make some runes and then sell them. 20 pieces of rune essence. Take it or leave it. Seems like a reasonable deal, so we will go for it. And this is where the problem begins. He wants 20 pieces of rune essence brought to him all at once, unnoted by me. And you can see where that problem starts. We are currently rocking 16 free inventory spaces, so we're going to have to get a little creative here. It is time to juggle some items on the floor and hopefully not lose them. 19 essence, drop the pickaxe, pick up the 20th, run back through the portal, refresh the runes on the ground here. I can just move them over here to the mage, so we can pick these up faster when we're done. Drop the runes again, go pick up the essence. Luckily, we got a lot of our stuff stored in places, so 20 inventory slots is not the most difficult thing to accomplish. But here is 20 essence for the information about Solus. Right. Out of the inventory. Now the information. You got information about Solus's aura. When he teleported away, he moved to the east. That's the information he has. He went east. If we combine that with the fur that we got from Lord Decarius, we can work out that he is in Canifis. The only reasonable place he could have gone. And we just pick up our runes again, and we're golden. Also, while I'm here, I'll get some more air runes. We're a little low. Always convenient. And now, the hunt really begins. As we approach Canifis, Savant is starting a low-level scan, looking around for Solus. Very strange readings. There seems to be something here, and the way the readings are looking is reminding them of something they've seen before. They need to cross-reference the records, see what this is. Possibly the strong magical aura that Solus has. Something else. Ah, they figured it out. They went back through their documents, and this is a specific teleportation technique. There's a strange dimension used for teleporting. That's the Abyss. But then they continue some different directions. Teleporting basically moves you to another location. But they found a way to do it extremely slowly, which is very odd. But it makes you invisible, which is pretty cool. And you can see 3 places at the same time and choose to go to any of those locations that you choose. Very, very strange. Basically, you're in both places simultaneously. And invisible. And you can go to whichever one you want. Being invisible and in multiple places would be pretty nice for spying. But it was abandoned because it's just too dangerous. You've got those 2 places that you can see, but the 3rd place is the abyss. So you don't want to deal with that. Also, you go quite mad being able to see 3 things at the same time. Aggressive, hallucinations, stuff like that. So if Soulless is doing this, it's definitely not helping. He was already quite dangerous and mad before. So now if he's also invisible, that's not good. That's not good at all. It's not exactly the same, but similar. So we need to figure out what's going on here. We can deal with all that teleporting madness later. Main priority is still Soulless. If you're using the slow teleport, he's going to be much harder to catch. But they do have technology which can block his teleports. We just need to get close to where he is. Give him a little magical scan of some description. And that'll stop him. Good enough plan, I suppose. We'll knock him out of the slow teleport, and we'll be able to see him. So we will start by scanning in Canifus. Of course, since he's invisible, we don't know exactly where he's going to be. Let's just go for the middle of town. It'd be a good start. And there he is. Hi, Soulless. Yes, I'm the White Knights. Don't worry about it. But he's already gone. We knocked him out of his teleport, but then he teleported anyways. This quest has a lot of you can't skip through it quickly dialogue sections, which is very different than some other ones. So we can basically summarize what's going on here. When he teleported away, the weirdness with his teleporting method brought an item to where he was. This time, it was a cloak. So we need to go to where you would get a Fremnik purple cloak and scan again. Obviously, the Fremnik are in Releka. Going for another scan here. There is Soulless. Somewhere. He's over there. Way over there, okay. Nice camera angle. I'm here to take you in. He doesn't actually care. We're trying to block his teleport. And he still thinks we're just with the White Knights. So he thinks it's our magical skill. So instead, he's teleporting us. Can't stop his teleport if we're the one that's teleported away. He's got a lot of tricks. Should have stopped the other. Well, that's okay. We got a reading from his magic teleporting he was doing. And it grabbed a new item. Another cape. But this one is blue. Called the Cape of Champions. From the Champions Guild. In the Champions Guild. Scan again. And we're getting a picture from... He's over there. We're outside. He cast a smoke screen of some description. So now we can't see him. Also, he escaped. We didn't take any damage from the smoke. Also, it was highly poisonous, so that's okay. We're fine. Another item. It is an unholy symbol. Symbol of Zamorak. Could be anywhere. Must be somewhere special. He is really getting on my nerves. An unholy symbol of Zamorak. There are many Zamorakian locations. But for the symbol, there is a very specific location that's related to it. You can get the unholy mold here from the Spirit of Scorpius. And so that is where Solus is. He's getting very annoyed by our persistence. And if we don't stop following him, he'll be forced to take action. You're coming with me still, Solus. He's getting really annoyed with us. He's going to cast a huge, powerful, magical attack. Almost killing us. But we were brought back to Falador. Just in time. They shielded most of the attack, so it only took almost all of our life. He keeps on moving around, way more than he should be with the slow teleport method. But we are slowly defeating all possible attacks he can do, shutting down the various locations. We just need to keep trying. And the next location we go, from the next item, we find a bone spear. I recognize that from the cave goblins, the Dorgashan tribe. Savant doesn't have any information on the cave goblins, but since we have information, we should go over and check it out. Also, we should probably heal first. It's probably a good idea. Yeah, that's a lot of damage. So I'm going to pop over to the Ferox Enclave and then to Lumbridge. In the Dorgashan mines, our scan turns up a woman. We have freed her, or something, from that madman. He kidnapped her. Now they're free. Yay. Savant is getting strange readings from the maiden. Then we get sucker punched. And he just moonwalks away. That's one strategy, I suppose. But now we know to compensate for any camouflage magic. This is becoming ridiculous. But each time we scan, we're knocking off another possible teleport location. So this should only take a few more tries. In theory. Also, what are we doing when we corner this guy? The Temple Knight's gonna take care of it? Okay. We will go with that strategy. Next item. Grabbed out of the weird teleport. We find a wizard's hat. Very typical wizard hat. Not his hat. His hat's more red. To the wizard's tower. And here we go again. Scanning. He's right behind us. Oh boy. We are very persistent. We're here to take you in. Ha ha ha. No more tricks. So instead, a big trick. And he's gone. Ah, he sent in a Black Knight. He's switched places with a Black Knight or something. The Black Knight's attacking us. Not a huge deal. We'll just kill him. We could also not kill the Black Knight. That's okay. We found some pure essence in the scan. The same pure essence that we just mined for the Zamorakian mage. So we know exactly where he is and exactly how to get there. In the Rune Essence mine. Let's go. And there he is. We've blocked all teleports. He's got no more tricks. We've got him. Soulless Delegar. Charging up his magical power. He's going to end this once and for all. And so are we. For the White Knights and the Temple Knights, you're coming with us. Me and what army? This one. He doesn't seem impressed, as he kills all of those archers in one hit. He is really mad at us now. Just so mad at us. But he's used up basically all of his magic in that attack. So we can take him on. So instead of being a super powerful mage, he just kind of whacks us with a stick as we kill him. All that teleporting and all his different spells and killing all those guys really took a number on him. We've defeated him, taken his hat as proof, and now we return to Falador. Very well done indeed. Sir Anik, I return victorious, having dealt with Soulless Delegar. I've taken care of it. And of course we have proof. We took his hat. Ta-da! Quest complete. 1 quest point, 5,000 Slayer XP, and access to the White Knight Armory, which is interesting. Now, we can get various White Knight armor as a reward for killing a whole bunch of Black Knights. There's different tiers and all that. And that's also why that guy was down there cannoning the Black Knights. To get to a certain level of this. Also, we're not supposed to kill White Knights now, as we're now a member of the White Knights, and they don't think it's cool for me to kill White Knights. That makes sense. Either way, we are now officially White Knights. So we can head back to Sir Tiffy, officially become Temple Knights, and all that that entails. We can also drop all this random stuff. Don't need any of those. And I'll drop the comm orb for now. We can get this back. Not a huge deal. That finishes that up. I've got some longer term goals I want to start working towards. And that's going to involve quite a bit of skilling. So, based on how long that takes, I think we'll be doing some random little quests. Just to keep the upload schedule working right. Next time. Goodbye.